started with our live stream straight from the CES booth. Let's give it a little bit more time and wait until more of our members, followers, whoever's interested, gonna join us at this live stream event, and we're gonna give you a full walk around about what is going on here at CES 2024 with EcoFlow. We're gonna show you some of our new products. We're gonna show you some of our old products that you may or may not have. And if it happens so that you're at CES right now, look here, we're at the booth 15707. That would be where you find us, 15707, all right? That's where you're gonna find us. So I think right now we're getting more members and more followers joining us on this live stream. So why don't we just take a little walk around and see what are we presenting this year at CES 2024. Oh, by the way, let me flex first. EcoFlow Flex time. We have received Innovation Award honoree from the CES themselves. CES, not some kind of organization, but CES itself. So, that's good. And rightfully so, because we have put so much innovation in this particular thing that a lot of you may already know, EcoFlow Delta Pro Ultra. And that's our latest and greatest home backup hybrid generator. That's a lot of words, right, for the product positioning, but thank you. Right, so that's a lot of words for the product positioning. If you enter our booth, you can get some freebies and spin the wheel of fortune. If you're interested, just scan that QR code. So that's what people hunting for. Yeah, thank you again. So back to our product. You want to walk around here? We'll take a look at the product from the other side. Gotta take all the different perspectives. So guys, with this product, you can see that here on top what we have is the inverter, and at the bottom we get batteries. Now, inverter is worthless without batteries, or batteries are worthless without inverter, whatever you prefer. Now let's take a look at what we have here. Bang, absolutely nothing. No, just kidding. There is actually a USB port there, and you stick up a little dongle there that makes your Delta Pro Ultra connectable to the internet through the 4G and 5G networks. Next, we have some outlets here. You guys probably have seen it in some of our YouTube videos, and if you haven't, you definitely want to go ahead and take a look. We have 30 amp TT30 outlets, so it's going to be 100 volt 30 amp and 240 volt outlet, which is massive and powerful and very important because you can run high voltage appliances with this port. If you run, your dryer or air conditioner, right, heater, things like this, power hungry devices are exactly designed for this port. Now, that's all good. We also come over here, take a look at some other ports we're showing here. Anderson port. We first introduced this in our Delta Pro about 3 years ago, and people loved it ever since. Every time people use Anderson port, they send us a message, it's perfecto, it's a good one. Second one would be low voltage PV. PV stands for photovoltaic for nerds out there, but it's actually just solar input. And right here you can see you can switch between fast and slow charge, but I would suggest keeping it in fast. This little screw right here is extra ground, so just in case you're concerned about grounding, which it has, it grounds on its own chassis, but also if you plug in some devices and they give you some kind of ground error or whatever, you can ground it manually from here, and this would be your AC input port right here. So we just simply mentioned about low voltage, 150 volts and 1,600 watts solar input right here. But if you come over to this side, yep, right here, you can see that we also implemented a brand new 4,000 watt high voltage solar input right here with MC4. And this is particularly great because you can run up to 450 volts in that port, which is fantastic. It's perfect solution for a rooftop solar. If you have a big array on your roof, You're not gonna outmax your MPPTs with that. Or if you have a small array on a yard or foldable smart solar panels, you gonna run them through that little port. Now, obviously the batteries are stackable, and this kind of solutions are perfect for home backup. But how do you actually hook up this thing to your house? Of course, you use a smart home panel 2, which is the latest and greatest panel that we have. We already launched Smart Home Panel 1 about 3 years ago, but this one we designed specifically for North American market. You can see the size, you can see the type of circuit layouts and circuits itself that fit in here. They designed specifically for North America. So any electrician in US, in Canada would be very familiar with this layout here, and they would just feel themselves at home. It will take them no time to install. I mean, technically it will take them time to install, but I'm saying it's gonna be very fast. And one of my favorite things, that upper body and lower body of Smart Home Panel can be disconnected. So this part of Smart Home Panel can be outside with your main panel to serve as a sub panel, and the bottom side here where you connect your batteries can go into your attic, can go into your basement, can go into your garage, or whatever other utilitarian or utility spaces, all right? Now you may notice that on here we also have this little, not so little though, hub, and it's dual amperage hub. So what it allows you to do is to use 2 inverters and connect them together. 2 batteries, 2 inverters, plug them in here, and you're gonna get 50 amps of current, which is massive. You run 50 amps straight to your transfer switch, you can do that. Or you run 50 amps if you set this up in your Class A motorhome RV, that's also possible. But yeah, in general, that's it. Oh, the price, very good. I'm glad you asked. We just released the price. So the price for this with a limited edition, it's not edition, it's like limited offer. When we launch it, 1 battery, 1 inverter and 1 battery will be sold for $5,000. Actually, it's $4,999. So $1 short of $5,000 just for that. But if you want a full spectrum of features, I would recommend you going for Smart Home Panel, inverter, and a battery, and that will get you around $6,399. Would you say it's a lot of money? It's not cheap. But once you start understanding how much benefits it has, how much technology it has, you start realizing how this price is coming up. And even considering the price per kilowatt or price per watt hour, it's still very, very fair, and we have rather liberal pricing here at EcoFlow. Now, do you guys have any other questions aside the price? Okay. Everyone is asking the same question? Okay, cool. Let's move on and take a look at what we have over there. Come with me. It's very crowded today at EcoFlow. Everyone is interested. Everyone wants to know what are we releasing this week. So pardon me for a lot of action and a lot of movement here. Kudos to our engineering team. Yeah, those are the guys for developing stuff. Now, in here on this side, we have our last year's whole home backup solution. So what that is, come over, I'll show you. So what that is in a nutshell, 2 Delta Pros. You guys are pretty familiar with Delta Pros, and a lot of you know more about Delta Pro than me. But here we have them connected through the Infinity port to the double voltage hub, and then there is this NEMA L14 cable that runs from the double voltage hub all the way into your inlet box to the transfer switch. Oops, no breakers. It's just a demo unit. And we also get our Smart Home Panel 1st generation hooked up right here. So once you start comparing 1st generation and 2nd generation Smart Home Panel, you start notice that it's designed in a very different way with different philosophy. And I would say if you're looking at the Delta Pro Ultra, Smart Home Panel 2 should be your best friend. But with earlier Deltas, Smart Home Panel 1 will do. Now, Moving on to questions, okay? How much daily wattage to keep it at 100%? Okay, think about it. You need 6 kilowatt hours. One battery is 6 kilowatt hours, so you want to charge it at 6 kilowatt hours. I tell you this, if you're using a full solar array of 5.6, so it's 1.6 kilowatt of low solar input and 4 kilowatt of high solar input. So it's 5.6. You can consider that you can charge one battery in 1 hour, a little bit longer than 1 hour, probably 70 to 80 minutes, but in ideal conditions. Now, let's say the conditions are far from ideal. You charge one battery in 2 hours from solar, in very realistic, not ideal conditions.
Another question about smart home panel 2. Can you pair multiple smart home panels together?
You cannot pair multiple smart home panels together. Instead, what you can do is you can use your old Delta Pros and new Delta Pro Ultras and pair them into smart home panel. You know the way it works right here? You can come over from there and see. You see how one array goes into smart home panel, another goes in there as well? So one of them can be replaced with this kind of setup. And with the different double voltage hub, it's going to be available. With the different hub, you can run that and this in one panel. But unfortunately, you won't be able to run two panels unless you're willing to do so and you kind of split your house electrical system in two. Then yes. Otherwise, no. Any other questions we have?
How many batteries can stack up and how many inverters?
That's a great question. So for this one, you can stack up 5 batteries under one inverter. So right now we only have one, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the inverter is going to be that tall. And it will give you 30 kilowatt hours of battery storage. However, if that is not enough, you can use 2 inverters, and each inverter, 3 inverters at max. So 3 inverters, you see 1, 2, and 3. 3 ports right here. So that goes. So that will give you around 90 kilowatt hours. You can max it out at 90 kilowatt hours. But you have to be extremely rich to do this, to be honest. Yeah, if you're extremely rich, send us a message, buy it. We'll appreciate your business. Will it be available where? So this current version is not going to be available just yet. Later in 2024, we may release more information about this. But as of today, at EcoFlow booth in CES 2024, we don't have a Europe version for Delta Pro Ultra. All right, guys, let me show you the other section that we have here. We're gonna briefly talk about our smaller portable power stations. Excuse me. Thank you. Deltas. You know Deltas, you like Deltas, you buy Deltas, we sell Deltas. It's a good business. Now, everything started back in the day with Delta 1300, it became a hit, it became a bestseller, and ever since we keep making them in different sizes, such as Delta 2 with 1 kilowatt, its extra battery with 1 kilowatt. Here we have Delta 2 Max of 2 kilowatt and extra battery for Delta 2 Max. So in fact, one of my favorites was Delta 2 Max, you can scale it up. So it's 2 kilowatt hours by itself, but with one extra battery. It's 4 kilowatt hours, and as you can see here, we have 2 ports for extra batteries, so it can go all the way up to 6 kilowatt hours. So can you even believe that you can get as much power out of this as much you get from a Delta Pro Ultra? 6 kilowatt hours there, 6 kilowatt hours here. Different form factor, yes, but your storage capacity gonna be the same. Moving on to the Reaver series. Do you guys have questions about Deltas? I think you guys know more about Deltas than me. I should ask you questions. So here's the question, which Delta do you own? Let me know now in the comments. Which Delta do you own and what is your first Delta? Maybe some of you have multiple Deltas. I believe that. Now, reverse. Did you realize how everything in EcoFlow is like river and delta and flow and power, you know, all this water-related naming? Go ahead. Thank you for visiting. See you next time. So everything in EcoFlow, all the names are related to the water and to the flow. Now, reverse. Anyone's asking question? No?
What is EPS?
EPS, I love that question. EPS stands for Emergency Power Supply. And it's a little bit different from UPS. So EPS means there will be a switchover from your grid to the battery. But this switchover will be around 30 milliseconds. So when it's 30 milliseconds, you can only count it or call it as emergency power supply. However, on our brand new Delta Pro Ultra, we're using UPS, and UPS stands for uninterrupted power supply. So uninterrupted power supply switchover time is shorter than EPS. Instead of 30, there are 20 and 0 milliseconds. And I gotta go back and show you later. So certain circuits have a supply, uninterrupted power supply that switches in 20 milliseconds, and other ones, they only get 0 milliseconds, all right? Does that answer your question? Difference between EPS and UPS? Thank you for asking. Ask more questions like this, I love them. River, smallest one, we call it River 2, 256 milliampere hours. Pretty standard, no much to brag about, very convenient, very light to have with you. You know, it's a blessing if you want to charge your computer, you want to charge your camera, drone, whatever, on-the-go appliances. And you can charge this machine in only 60 minutes. 1 hour charging and you get that much power. Thank you for visiting us.
Are all generators using LiFePO batteries?
Yeah, I think you guys asking about LFP batteries, which is lithium ferrum ion batteries. So everything except Delta 1 generation and River 1 generation. So what you see here, this is LFP, 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 everything LFP. So it's LFP generation. Those batteries we believe are safer, they have a better longevity, you can charge and recharge them for 3,000, 3,500 cycles until the capacity goes down to 80%. And it's just more reasonable choice for home backup systems and on-the-go power, okay? I forgot to introduce you a bigger brother of the River 2 that we have here. The bigger brother would be River 2 Max. Now, I know Max is actually not maximum. Pro is maximum. Why? You let me know in the comments. So if you're a real pro, how are you doing, sir? Thank you for your interest. Appreciate it. So if you're going for pro, you're gonna have 752 watt hours of capacity, a lot better, a lot more practical output here. So with this thing, you can start, you know, using heavy-duty appliances like a kettle, boil some water, make yourself a cup of tea, which will be very nice. And yeah, but if you tight on budget, go for that River 2. That one is less than 200 bucks now. Question?
Can X-Boost run full time?
Yeah, you can run X-Boost full time. What cannot run full time is a surge. So there is this thing called surge. For example, on Delta 2 Max, I believe the surge is around 3,500 watts. I might be wrong, fact check me, okay? So on that unit, the regular output is around 2,000, 2,200, okay? But surge goes to 3.5. However, X-Boost goes to 3 kilowatts. So there are a variety of things, but yeah, answering your questions, X-Boost can be run full time.
Let's check out the RV.
Oh yeah, RV. Check what we have here. It's a Winn Bago Solace Pocket. I suppose you can put it in your pocket. Or maybe the keys for this RV fit you in the pocket. That could be the case, right? So, but yeah, this is Winn Bago Solid Pocket. Everything in this Winn Bago is powered by EcoFlow. Come over here. I feel like a truck driver sitting here. It's very tall. It's very comfortable though. This is brand new vehicle. It's very pleasant to see here. We're not the car reviewers, so we're gonna talk about the electrical system. But if you have questions about this Winn Bago, let us know. Who knows, maybe we know the answers. And if we don't, we're gonna ask Winn Bago and find the answers for you, because we are official partners with them. This looks beautiful. I like this design. I like Ram. I like Dodge. Dodge Ram is the best. But I would like to have a Hellcat. Let me show you around, guys. Would you excuse me? Thank you. Come on, jump in. So you see, everything is very comfy. You may need an air conditioner. In the winter, like right now, this air conditioner can be a heater. So it's a heat pump that works both ways. Upside down and downside up. You get it. Oops. Oh, I think I cannot open this. It's kind of, oh, maybe I can. You see what's going on there? This is our power hub, and this is our power hub's batteries. So together they are power kit. It's a solution for RVs and cabins that are off-grid, and it's one of the better, more convenient, and easy to install solutions. All right. A lot of you guys do not use it because it's like kind of specialty application, but if you're into RV, you may know. All right. Do you remember EcoFlow Glacier? So EcoFlow Glacier is the world's first actually fridge, freezer, and ice maker all in one. So this is a fridge, this is a freezer, this is ice maker. And it makes ice in only less than 15 minutes. I believe it's 12 minutes. You can make 18 ice cubes. It's not even ice cubes. You can see, if you look inside, it's ice bullets. So essentially, that's an ice machine. We having signal or no? Everything's all right?
We had a couple comments, but I think we're okay.
Go ahead. Ask me anything.
Will the power kit give a spark to the engine to start it if it's dead?
Power kit will not start your engine if your battery is dead. However, power kit can be charged from your alternator in the engine. So there is a way to hook up your engine's alternator, and when you're going on a go, you will be able to feed power from motor into your batteries, which is great news as well. Now, if you want to start your engine, you probably will need jump starter, new battery, or you can buy an accessory from EcoFlow website and use any of our previous power stations that I mentioned before to charge your battery right there. There is a way to plug it into the EcoFlow power station, put the crocodiles on, and in 10-15 minutes you will be able to start your vehicle as well. That accessory is available on our website. Go search for it. And if you don't know where to find it, ask in our community. We have a beautiful community on Facebook, a lot of members. Delta Group gets probably around 70,000 members. They're all smart, helpful, experienced, and they can't wait to share their knowledge of the product with you. Now, more questions.
Can you connect the power hub to smart home panel?
You can connect Power Hub to the Smart Home Panel 1. I know that. Smart Home Panel 2? It's a great question. I don't know. Let me not lie to you. Embarrassing. More questions? If no more questions, let's move on. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me anytime. Oh yeah, back to Power Kits. There we have it. In fact, Power Kits has its very own. Yes, sir, go ahead. Help yourself. Enjoy the show. Thank you too. What I was saying. In terms of smart home panel. In fact, Power Kits has its own panel And you see it's very interesting here. What's special about this panel is 2-in-1. It's an AC and DC panel, and you don't have to screw things on. Look, come closer. Look how it works. You just take a bare bone cables and then click this open, stick the cable inside, bang. It's not gonna get loose, it sits there very tight, and this one panel can run AC and DC simultaneously. Plus, you get a lot of protection from the fuses right here and quite a few breakers. Questions?
Will there possibly be a bigger glacier in
The future? In the future, everything is possible, I believe. I can tell you just as much for right now. If you look at the glacier right in here, it's actually quite spacious. Even with the current glacier, you look inside, maybe it's not that big, but you start pulling out, get rid of this tray, drink that monster drink, get rid of the splitter, and look how much space you got. You instantly freed up quite a lot of space for yourself. And I'm just saying that it's possible. So, yeah. Of course I have it, but because it's my work, I cannot put my code in here. Please don't follow me. Don't donate any money. Thank you.
Can you expand the Delta Pro Ultra with power load batteries?
No, you cannot. This I can assure you. You can't, sorry, I think people didn't hear your question. So AJ was asking me, can you expand the Delta Pro Ultra with Power Hub batteries? And the answer is no. Even though it might be a good idea, but first of all, expanding with 2 kilowatt batteries would not make a lot of sense. 5 kilowatt batteries are great, but they're a little bit different. They have different connectors, and it's just better to keep Delta Pro and Delta Pro Ultra in their own ecosystem. This is more of a van solution, that is more of a home solution. So there is a borderline between them, all right? Follow me through. Oh yeah, of course. But first let's talk about solar panels, because EcoFlow is a famous solar energy supply product company, right? So we're looking at different solar panels. By the way, you guys probably have a lot of solar panels. Let me know what kind of solar panels and what kind of arrays do you have. Drop that in a comment. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Now, we're looking at a 100-watt solar panel, which is a great solution. We sell them in couples, so you buy two. They go on top of the van. It's a perfect size for the van. Not too big, not too small, if you know what I mean. And then we have a 110 volt foldable solar panel. Great solution for something small like River Series product. 220 watt, and this is 110, this is 220 watt. Go back. Doesn't want to stay behind. Oh, now it wants. Now, if you come over here, you will be able to see that, in fact, this panel is, you cannot see. In fact, this panel is double-sided. So, is two sides of the of the solar panel, 220 on one side, 155 on the other. And when you set it up on the snow, on the grass, on the sand, on the concrete, all the sun reflections from the back of the panel will go into the other side of it and increase your efficiency. Now this big boy, look how massive this solar panel is. I'm like 6'1". It's like 1.86 meters or something like that. That's how tall 400 watt solar panel is. Is it portable? Yes. Is it foldable? Yes. Is it also massive? It is massive.
What's the maximum wattage?
400. 400 per panel. So with a lot of our products, you can put them in one array, let's say, put three of this in one array and enjoy more power. Here's the thing. Hey guys, we're doing a live stream. Let me show off the generator. Actually, this one is a dual fuel generator, and that's probably the only not solar kind of product that we have. So dual fuel generator, it works with Delta Pro, it communicates with it, it can, hi, thank you, bye. It communicates with Delta Pro, and whenever Delta Pro battery goes low, it will kick in and charge it up. When it's charged, it will stop automatically. And and yeah, that's all we have to show at CES 2024. Thank you guys for watching our live stream. We're gonna be doing another live stream on Facebook because it's a little bit different crowd on Facebook and on YouTube. If you have any questions, I will take 2 more questions before our live stream is over. Give you a last chance for 2 more questions. Silence. It's almost like, in the class teacher asked me, who has a question? All the students be like, no, I just want to go home. All right? Nothing? Okay, if there is no, Trent is telling me there is a question. We'll probably have a little bit delay.
Run the machine simultaneously. Do you need to utilize AC input?
To charge, say it again.
To charge the battery and run the machine simultaneously, do you need to utilize AC input?
So what you can do, okay, let's go down this rabbit hole now. On all of our products, there is this feature called bypass. So if you charge the machine, if you charge your battery and discharge it at the same time, you're limited to 1800 watts. So answering your question, yes, you can do it, but on a Delta Pro Ultra, we have a new technology called X-Fusion. Now with this X-Fusion, what you can do is to charge it at 1800 watt, but discharge it simultaneously at whatever voltage and wattage you want. You want to discharge it to 120 volts, you can do it. 240, you can do it. You want to discharge it at full, like 7.2 kilowatts, you still can do it. So that's X-Fusion, and if you want charge and discharge and get maximum out of this feature, Delta Pro Ultra is your best friend. Second question and last question.
Are there going to be changes to the wave?
Are there going to be changes to the wave?
Any changes in the
Do you want changes to the wave, actually? How wavy do you want to go? Let us know. If there is something, if there's a good opportunity to create a great product, EcoFlow always listens. We always trying to satisfy the needs of our customers. So,
Can you stack batteries with a wave in the future now?
oh, that's a smart idea, actually. You know what? I'm gonna take it to our R&D and product developers, talk to them very seriously. We're gonna sit down at a table. I'm gonna look them dead in the eyes and ask this question. And once I have the answer, I'm gonna post in our Facebook group. All right? All right, well guys, thank you for joining our live stream. We appreciate your interest. We appreciate your comments, likes, and all that. I'll see you very soon on our Facebook live stream. But in fact, if you have seen this one, Facebook is probably not going to be too different. Anyway, thanks for watching and bye-bye.